sports.
I have to drive 30 minutes home tonight, but I'm going to be okay. Whew, good save. Justin?
Rice polishing rate of 60%.
Good job. Oh, yeah. It's all about the dilution, apparently, like how long you shake and all that. Exactly.
Okay. We know it's
but-
in two hands.
I don't know why we wouldn't want to go down this road. That's literally the point of this podcast.
Hold on, before we do this, to our daughters all making it out of high school.
No shit.
Yeah.
What?
Is that not how it goes? No.
You guys are gonna get canceled real fast. Do not say that.
When do we start recording?
What do we or when did we?
No, I'm just joking.
When do we start recording?
Yeah.
Eventually.
I feel like at the beginning of every Joe Rogan podcast, they're like talking, and then like if it's somebody who's never been on the show before, they're like, "So when are we starting?" And it's like, "Oh, we've been
recording the whole time.
We've been going."
I haven't watched Joe Rogan in a while.
I used to not miss an episode of Joe Rogan, and now it's like select guests. Like every now and then I see like, "Oh, this person was there," and
That's fair.
yeah.
Well, welcome to that GD podcast. I'm with my friends Andy and Kyle. I almost got it mixed up again. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna talk about. I have no clue.
No
I
idea.
prepared nothing.
Nothing.
I was telling Kyle, I Googled today because I was like, I don't have any girl dad topics.
Sure.
So I Googled like topics of conversation for girl dads. And then it led me to like conversations I could have with my daughter. And I realized after I was like, oh, let me fix this. So then I was like, I'm on a podcast about being a girl dad. What conversations? And then it still was trying to feed me like, here are things that like they surveyed little girls, and here are things little girls wish their dads talked to them about, which was like dating and boys and like all kinds of things I don't want to talk to my daughter about.
Fair.
And I stopped and asked Gemini at one point because I was like, this isn't going well. So I asked Gemini and like spelled it out. And Gemini was like, let me suggest some conversations for you and your daughter. And I was just like, fucking. So I got,
That just tells me how often people are researching that.
Not
yeah,
very often.
Huh?
Not very often.
No, I'm saying like the opposite.
yeah.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know what to talk to my daughter about. I feel bad for those dads.
Yeah.
dude, on one of my Google searches, I did learn that we're not the only Girl Dad podcast. There's a couple of them out there because it was bringing up YouTube episodes of like shows that were named very similar to ours, like the Girl Dad podcast.
Is it better than ours?
No, I didn't listen to them.
Do they have more viewers?
I'm sure they do.
More subscribers?
Probably.
What do we have, like 39?
38.
38? Yeah.
We lost one. Damn it.
It might be 39.
Something like that. Anyhow, yeah.
Hold.
We got 38.
38 subscribers.
38 subscribers.
Let's
Hey,
get
we're
it to
looking at
40.
Yes. Like and subscribe.
I'm really excited about the alcohol I brought tonight.
Is it more bacon alcohol?
No, the bacon washed whiskey didn't go well, so I was trying to get creative and go with something that I knew everybody would like, something we all know we're used to. So I got the good stuff.
This is not. This isn't whiskey.
It's the good stuff.
Yeah, there's some English on here.
I couldn't find any English on there.
You can't read Ginjo sake pack.
Okay, that's on like the sticker on the cellophane. On the actual carton.
Yeah, there's no English.
What's interesting is there is like instructions if you flip it around on like how to break it down to recycle it. It took me a while to realize right over here.
Oh, right here.
I was like, is this how to make like a birdhouse or?
It might be like a bird.
That's what
My God.
I think it's how to break it down to recycle.
That is more complicated than any IKEA. Wow.
Did you bring us milk?
No, so this is sake.
Okay.
You've had sake before, and I even
'Cause I'm
stopped on the
Asian?
way here and got the proper drinkware.
Oh my.
So I do have TX in the bag, so we're switching back to TX in a minute. But I feel like we should all just straight down a glass of sake to get things started. Loosen it up a little bit.
Do we need to get some Red Bull? Do some sake bombs?
Ooh, dude, the first time I drank sake was doing like
That would be
sake
a
bombs the right way.
Orion Tonanka.
I was trying to figure out a name of this product, and every inch of this box is in Japanese, except for, what is that?
Junmai Jinjo.
Anybody know what that means?
Stupid
Drink
white guy.
this, bitch.
It's actually good stuff, though, so...
Where did you find that?
So, whoa, that's a full cup.
You
It's gonna be a
shaking?
fun shot, yeah. I went to visit a buddy over spring break in Colorado who had recently been to Japan. So, like, every meal we ate at his house was, like, Japanese inspired. And, like, every second of the day he was like, sake? And I was like, well, I'm on vacation, so why not sake?
Okay.
So I did, every time he handed me, he had these cute little glasses like this, and he'd hand me a little shot of sake, and I would shoot it, and then he'd be like, you can sip that. And I'd be like, yeah, but I'm going to shoot it. So I never sipped it, but...
I like that it's got a finger.
Yes, the finger
Yeah.
indentions are
Fantastic.
classy.
I'd like to say that I picked this intentionally, but actually I went to a liquor store on the way here to see if they had... Red Solo Cup makes shot glasses that are
Yeah.
Red Solo... I wanted those because I figured drinking out of a juice box, why
Yeah.
not have And then I saw this set, and I was like, you know what? I feel like having a sake set at home. It came with a little bottle and everything.
Were we supposed to pour it in that bottle?
Nah,
it's
we're not
better
gonna
in
do
that.
that, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Plus, I mean, we're looking for sponsors. So, I mean, we clip this and we send it to Japan.
Just Japan.
They're probably
Just
trying
tag-
to get in, like, their foot in the door in the American market. So,
Just tag Japan Commerce and
Maybe I shouldn't have said what I said then.
what'd you say? I can't remember.
I said it in Japanese, but it's "I will kill you."
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we'll take that part out.
yeah, I don't even think we're supposed to be. I think that's going to get algorithmed if we.
Can't say kill.
Yeah.
You got to say you will unalive them,
I thought that was for the S word.
which is the S word. I can't.
A self
Why you
unaliving.
would say unalive as opposed to
Self
I'm going to
unaliving.
sue sewer slide.
You know what he's saying? Sewer slide?
I can't tell if he's being genuine.
I have no clue what he's saying.
Listen to me. Self unaliving.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now. I got.
How is
yeah.
sewer slide? Like it take out the.
I was
uber
trying to think of a different
slide.
word for murder.
Oh,
So
can you say murder on YouTube?
I don't think so. It'd probably hurt us. Nobody's watching anyway.
Like
Yeah, we're just
Hey,
doing our
to
own
our
thing.
second show this month, we
Yeah.
actually got 2 in.
We're on fire.
in March?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Do you shoot this thing?
Shooting sake is the easiest thing to shoot in the world.
That's good.
It goes down smooth. And I learned while I was in Colorado that a couple of those will get you there. Like,
What is
it's-
that like? Do you have any idea on percentage?
Have fun. Give them the box. I have no clue how to read anything on that box.
Numbers are-
There's numbers over here, but those don't tell you the alcohol content. That's the like wine has tannins, similar to that, from what I understand.
Wine has tannins.
Isn't it wine that has tan? I think tannins are a thing in wine. I could be wrong on that.
Hey, is this at the appropriate temperature? Because
Definitely not.
I kept it in the fridge.
40
so
to 45 degrees Celsius.
I bet it's go. What's that?
It's supposed to be hot. This is supposed to be hot sake.
This is the same one I drank in Colorado, and we drank it cold. the
It's
whole time.
not for like safety.
Yeah.
It's just for recommended.
Dude, what's funny, my buddy, he's one of those where, like, if he offers you a bottle of wine, you can just assume it's going to be an expensive bottle of wine. Like, that's his taste. So the first time he was like, would you like some sake? I was like, yeah. And then he pulled out that exact milk carton and was like, here you go. And I was just like, wow, I didn't see this coming from you. But
Okay.
Is it?
So this is a paper carton of Hakushika. Hakushika sake produced by Tatsuma Honke Brewing Company.
Yep. Told you.
Ltd.
oh, and Tatsuma Honky Brewing
Yeah,
Company?
Honky.
Honky.
Okay.
Honky.
Japan, Oklahoma.
The brewer is Tatsuma Honky. Anybody care to guess when they were established?
1687.
I'm going to guess it's like 2017 or something.
You were freaking close. 1662.
Jeez, okay.
1662.
I know my sakes by taste, I can tell you.
You taste the 1662 era?
I know the 17th century.
So
15th. Damn it.
I think like tonight, anytime that we like don't have a topic and don't have anything to say, we just have another shot of sake.
Oh god. I have to drive in the morning to Kansas.
I have to drive 30 minutes home tonight, but I'm going to be okay. Whew, good save. Justin,
Rice polishing rate of 60%.
good job.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking at least 55.
Yeah. Did you Google it?
No, I had no idea. I googled ABV of sake, like traditionally.
Justin, get on the ball here. We're dropping.
3, 2, 1. Nice.
Love it.
Dude, we're mastering it. 14 to 15% ABV.
I got 50, like traditionally 15 to 20. So
Okay.
There you
That's
go.
what the 14 is right here. 14 to 15.
okay, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
I don't know why we needed so many letters in between.
Yeah, TX.
So I bought 4 of those cartons of sake before I left Colorado.
They're
You
good.
Get it in Colorado?
I don't know where you can get it.
I've certainly not seen that around here though.
Yeah. So it was at like kind of a ritzy place in Colorado. So
Put that
anyhow.
right there. Sponsor us.
Is it one of those like warehouse places?
No, it was one of those like a Sprouts, but even better. Like
Whole Foods?
It's in Durango, Colorado, and it's called Sunnyside Farms. And it was I don't even know what to compare it to. It
that
was
checks out.
It was beyond a Whole Foods or a Sprouts or anything like that. It was a damn good market. So
Wait, but it was an actual supermarket, but it had liquor.
it wasn't much of a. It was more of like a butcher counter, and then like a seafood counter, and then like a food made to order, like sandwiches and soups and whatnot.
An actual deli.
And then it also had a liquor store, like that was half of it. So, and the liquor store had like specialty shit.
I've always said a thing missing from Tulsa is an actual deli.
So
Delicatessens.
So here's the deal. In Texas, like I had several butchers close by that, like, if I wanted a good steak, I'm going to certain butchers.
I have a butcher across the street from my house. I have that.
Is it Harvard or whatever?
Yeah.
I went in there. Yeah, was it?
It's okay, but it's better than nothing.
Oklahoma is supposed to be like the cattle capital of the world or something. They talk a big game about their cattle up here.
We never claimed that.
I'm just saying, I Googled when I moved up here to figure out, like, where's my closest butcher? Because if I'm cooking a steak, that's the only thing where I'm going to get a good steak.
Sure.
And I ended up driving all the way over to Harvard Meats. It was like 35 minutes for me to get over there, and wasn't impressed.
It's like 35 minutes for you to get to docks.
Anywhere.
It's true. Anyhow, I'm about to have the fancy new Reese's by my house.
You
so
are. They're getting a Reese's in Bixby.
We're getting the one with the porch and everything.
That was our thing. We had one thing.
Now I got one too.
Broken Arrow had a thing. Just one.
Yeah. Hey, I do have one quick. This is going to not take up much time. Real quick. Oh, yeah. I'm going to try to get better at that. Justin pointed out to me that I say real quick a lot. Real quick. Yesterday at soccer practice.
Real quick.
We got on the topic of electronics.
Yeah.
And Justin was explaining to me what a transistor and a capacitor and all kinds of things were.
Yeah.
And when we were walking to the car with my kid, she was like, my kid was like, so what'd you guys talk about? And I was like, Justin was teaching me about things. And she was like, what? And I was like, he was telling me about like transistors. And she like goes, trans sisters? Mm-hmm. And I kind of had to stop. And I was like, I never put that together. But no, transistors. And she was like, what's that? And I was like, not what you're thinking. Anyhow, odd also that an 11-year-old, like she stopped like, what? Trans sisters y'all were talking about? That was basically her vibe. And I was like, no.
Yes.
We were. Funny,
it was trans sisters we were talking about.
Yeah. You know, the trans sisters from down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next door.
Anyhow.
Belinda and Melinda.
Y'all, I'm tired.
I can tell.
You got a new puppy. How is life with a puppy? I so don't envy you right now.
I know. I don't either. It's fun. He is the most mischievous little bastard of all time. He has been more attention than actual baby children.
Really?
Yeah. Not even close.
How much sleep are you getting?
I have 4 or 5 hours a night.
Is the dog being kenneled right now? So when it starts barking, you wake up, let him out, and assume that he needs to get out?
Yeah. Yes. I think it's first 2 nights he slept through the night. Not a peep. Like
Okay.
maybe 5 minutes of little whines when you put him in. And then good until like 7 in the morning. It was great. I was like,
Nice.
we're onto something. He's a little bit older than like I think you normally. He's 12, like 3 months. I don't know when you normally get a dog.
I feel like the sweet spot for me, if I could get a dog that's like 6 months old and house trained, like, all right, bring him in. I got this.
He's doing great with the house training part.
Okay.
That's the good news. Just because he likes being outside.
There might be a regression, though.
Yeah, there probably will be. But we think that he's lonely.
Second puppy.
He's been around
Siblings
his entire life until now.
He'll get over that.
So I can literally go out there, be like, dumbass, stop, chill, and go lay on the couch. And he's like, that's good. You're there.
You have to be present.
Can't even see me. He just knows that I didn't leave.
Oh. Do you like try to army crawl out?
I tried to leave sneakily last night. And he's like, and then I'm like, all right, going back to the couch. And that happens about 2:30 every morning. Props to Carter, though. She tried one night.
She tried to go out there?
She like let him out and turned on some white noise for him and like
Fancy.
pet him for a minute. And then like, I was like, oh, that's cool. Then I went out there and took care of it like a man does, you know.
Curl
Slept on the couch. Slept on the couch next to him.
What's funny is
with your blankie.
the most manly man, like even men that will like around kids that won't do the baby talk. If you get him around a puppy, all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, and it's like,
That's the thing is like last night he was a shithead again about 2:30 and went out there. And this morning about 5:40 he woke up, which is fine. It's about when I wake up for work anyway. I get him out, take him out, does his business, comes back in, just curls up on my lap and starts loving on me and kissing on me and just chilling there. And I'm like, oh, you son of a, I'm supposed to be pissed off at you.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be.
I'm supposed to be mad at you. Why are you like being sweet and nice now? That's Copper.
that's what sounds like your dog's kind of doing. My dog, when he was a puppy, he like held me hostage in the living room, and it sounds dumb, but like if I would go to sleep, if I'd go get in bed and go to sleep and put him in his kennel, he would shit in his kennel. This is when he was a puppy. But and it would be like on him, and it's just now it's a whole thing.
Now you
But
gotta
if
get
I
him out. And,
if I slept on the couch and he slept on the carpet right below me, he wouldn't shit in the house, period. But like it was like he was teaching me a lesson. Like, you leave me alone, this is where you're gonna get. And it worked. And my wife was constantly like, you can't let the dog decide where you're sleeping. And it's
yes,
like,
yes, I can.
I don't want to clean up shit in the morning. So yes, I
Did
will.
you secretly just want to sleep on the couch?
I love sleeping on the couch.
It doesn't bother me nearly as much as it should.
I sleep on the couch like 5 nights a week. Like 4 nights a week. And it works out well for me. I like to fall asleep watching TV. My wife can't fall asleep watching TV, and I stay up later than everybody else. So I sit on the couch and fuck around on my phone for a while, and then at some point, I decide to lay over and grab a blanket, and before I know it, it's morning time. And
I thought you usually stuff like this.
no, I have fallen asleep sitting up several times, and man, it always sucks. But
Sleeping on the couch, like, oh, honey, she's like, I'll take care of it tonight. I'm like, seriously, this does not bother me. I will.
I like our couch.
It's not the worst thing in the world. We have a great bed. We have a very comfortable, expensive bed. Love it to death. But it's not a threat to me. It's just not like, I'll go lay on the couch. It's fine.
Go sleep on the couch. You got it.
it's a reverse threat in my house because if my wife's pissed, she's like, I'm gonna make you sleep in bed tonight. And I'm like, no, like I promise I'll do the dishes, whatever. Like, please let me sleep on the couch.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then scariest thing we've done this week was right before I came over here. Enrolled my daughter in high school.
Oh, what month is it? March?
I don't
April?
know. I don't know
Yeah.
what the deal
It's
is with the
March.
timing.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what the deal is with the timing, but someone else pointed that out to me. I didn't know it was weird because first time.
Yeah, you never done it?
Yeah. And they're like, what, in March? I'm like, I guess so. Yeah. I don't.
Did you pick classes and stuff? Good. That it seems a little early. I think ours is May.
You only have one elective, and it's barely even elective. Well, if you're an athlete, you only have one elective, and it's barely even elective. They're like, well, you have 3 required years of something, so
Have fun.
Pottery?
yeah, you can do like, say, you want to take Spanish or you want to take French or computer language.
Computer language.
I tried to convince her. I'm like, it's not nearly as hard as you think. It's not. It's just not.
Easier than Spanish.
It's
There's
way
no conjugation.
way easier than Spanish.
So back when I was in high school, I think you could just pick whatever elective you wanted every year. Like you had to have like 2 years of a language or something. But other than that,
You still have to have 2 years of a language, but they also they had the Bible requirement,
well, okay, yeah, 'cause
which
you guys
takes
are in a private like
which
religious
takes
school, yeah.
takes a spot.
My daughter she's in choir. She's in like 5th grade, but she got to go to the high school to watch the show choir do a performance for like a field trip. And she was like, Dad, I know what I want my elective to be. I want it to be show choir. But then she started explaining to me that I guess up here, maybe it's everywhere now, like you have to pick a career path like your freshman year. And then your electives have to fall within that career path. So you can't take random things that would be. I don't remember it being that way.
It's not that. It was not that way when we were in school, but I don't feel like it's that way at Summit because there's so many. You have to take so many classes. Like you have to take math, science, English. The goal, obviously, we have the concurrent enrollment with ORU thing, so you can end up graduating with like 40 hours of college, which sounds great, especially if you're going to go into athletics.
Yeah.
Like, cool, I'll go into athletics and take 6 hours a semester.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Especially for girls or women because they're not graduating early to go to the pros.
Right.
Right. So they're going to be there all 4 years. So I can now space it out.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of room. You know what you're taking, but if you have a specialty engineering or something, sure you can look into it, but it's not. You don't have to tell us.
Ainsley's school has something similar where she's like they even did it on the pre ACT like career pathing questions.
Okay.
I think it was to help determine what classes you should take through your high school career.
To me, there's a part of that makes sense. Like if you got a kid that knows they want to be a scientist or whatever, then why waste time on other electives? I also like for sports for my daughter, like my theory early on was like, I want her to play every sport at least one season and see which one she either likes or is good at, but kind of like spread it all out. And I feel like with electives in high school, it's kind of the same. Like, try electricity and electronics. Try this. Maybe you'll find out that you have some passion you didn't realize you had.
Yeah.
And now I don't like the whole, like, you're going to pick a career path before you start 9th grade, and then you have to stick to that. I'm sure you can change it, but.
Fuck. Career path in 9th grade. God, I wasn't thinking about that shit at all.
I didn't know what a career was, I don't think.
But one cool elective they have, drones.
You just play with drones?
You build and play with drones.
That'd be fun.
And one of our police officers we have at the school, every school has a police officer hanging around now.
Yeah.
He's the lead drone guy for Broken Arrow Police Department. So he comes in and helps with the class and stuff. And
Nice.
That's like, remember back when we were in high school, it was like, you got to learn about computers. All the jobs are going to be computers. Like, I don't know what it is now, but like drones seem to be very prevalent in a lot of parts of society and on battlefields. And like getting into drones, you can start a defense company there. There's a lot of money in that. I don't know.
Well, the military was like preferring kids who played video games a lot because the drones are
They got kids sitting in little container sheds, like flying drones and
with
stuff.
an Xbox controller. Just, I got this. It's
Yep.
yeah, that plumbing. It's plumbing now. You can only do plumbing. That's it.
Plumbing and electricity. I saw.
electricity,
Yeah. It's scary.
Trades. I wish they would have like talked to us about the trades in high school, because I definitely would have gotten the trades sooner, 7 years sooner, and been like much further in the career path.
Yeah,
And
I think everyone gets caught in the retail or food service thing for a while, right?
Yeah, but
Not
I
everyone.
wouldn't have gone to college. I would have just gone straight to the trades.
Sure.
Like straight into an apprenticeship, be an electrician, be a journeyman at 23.
Would you have been smart enough at that time to do it though?
Yeah.
Did you know
No.
you wanted to be an electrician like your senior year?
No, my wife said, "Hey, I have a friend whose dad is an electrician." And
At what
you're-
age was that though?
That was 25.
Okay, I see.
27.
You probably wouldn't be.
Hold on. So
smart
what were
enough.
you doing between high school and when you decided to be an electrician? I don't know this about you.
College majoring in booze and chicks,
Okay.
and then worked in manufacturing,
Okay.
and then back to college for air traffic control.
Air traffic control. Fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stressful.
That's what they say. I don't know. Like the first day, very first class, our instructor was also a controller here in Tulsa, and he said, "Yeah, you hear that it's the most stressful job, but it's all kind of relative to what you're thinking. So if you're thinking like, oh look, that little dot right there has 130 souls on it, and that dot right there has 57 souls on it, and that dot right there has 255. Yeah, that's pretty stressful. But if you think about it like this, if that dot and that dot collide, that's 2 less dots I got to worry about and carry on about your day. You're good to go."
Dot problem solved.
Yeah, and so
I would also
like
assume
that.
the size of the airport mattered. Like if you're the ATC at Tulsa International, that's probably not too terribly stressful versus like LaGuardia or Reagan or one of those ones on the East
When you
Coast
have
where
6 different, they have like a bunch of different ones at once, right?
well,
yes. So Tulsa is a level 5 facility, of like up to level 8. I appreciate that. And
Trump
so
was
like
talking for a second.
get the accordion.
so our level 5 facility is all based on touch and go. Like how many operations are you doing a day? So that is takeoffs, landings. Those are the operations.
Okay.
So Tulsa is bottom line, like not super busy. Like Chicago O'Hare was once the busiest airport. Now it's Hartsfield Jackson in Atlanta.
Yeah, the top 5 are like I know Chicago and DFW and Hartfield Jackson, and then there's like 2 on the East Coast. Like
And then Tulsa.
yeah.
Just
And Tulsa's way down here.
right.
Right?
Just right below that. Actually,
But-
I think Charlotte's way up there.
Yeah, Charlotte's a
North
hub
Carolina?
for
Yeah.
their hub for American Airlines, I think. Yeah.
So, in all reality, he put it in very good perspective. Most people, when you think air traffic control, you're looking at a 2-dimensional. I'm not doing these things. All right, I talk with my hands because I have 2 hands. You're looking at a 2-dimensional space, or
Okay.
you're looking at a 3-dimensional space on a 2-dimensional picture. So everybody's looking at dots, all looking at like they're going to hit each other, but you have 36,000 feet of elevation. That's a lot of freaking.
That's
elevation.
a lot of room.
So really, it's like, yeah, that dot would hit that dot if they weren't separated by 10,000 feet.
Well, that's one of those two you hear about close calls, and it's like a close call. These 2 planes came between like 2 miles of each other. Up there, when you're going 400 whatever miles an hour, that is close. But they'll always say like a close call. And then when they say the distance, it was like they were 10,000 feet apart, but also like a mile separated in elevation. And it's like, well, that's not much.
That's not a close call.
Yeah.
Like the only time your radar is going to beep at you is if you're within 3,000 feet.
So on the
feels
topic of
close.
air traffic control,
feels
did you guys see the jet that hit a fire truck? Did you guys see the video on that?
No.
You saw it?
I don't know if I saw a video, just
Dude, the video-
pictures.
It was a severe collision, T-bone.
The plane was plenty jacked.
The plane had just landed and was coming down the runway, and I guess the fire trucks are on one side of the airport, and they were needed somewhere else. And apparently, there was only one guy in the tower. This is at LaGuardia, where they have 2 runways,
Okay.
but theoretically, there's supposed to be minimum 2 on duty at all times. And for whatever reason, there was only one. But there, you can hear the audio of him. He's directing, he's telling him, and then at one point he's just like, "Stop! Fire truck 1, stop! Lead truck, stop!" And then it hits, and he's just like, "I messed up." Like it was just, if you felt bad for the guy, where it's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be in trouble now," but yeah,
In trouble, but at least no one.
the two pilots died.
They did die?
Yeah, the two pilots died.
Oh, I didn't
One
know
of the stewardesses they found outside of the plane, still strapped to her chair, and was alive.
Nice.
Like the whole chair.
I bet
got
that chair
ejected.
saved her life.
Probably,
I can't explain it, but I bet it did.
What's funny, I never heard anything about if the fireman on the truck died, but when you see the video, you would think they clearly, but I never heard that, so maybe they didn't.
Yeah. It's yeah. I guess in those situations that can be stressful. Sure.
Yeah.
But usually that is odd. Usually you have a tower controller and then a ground controller. So the ground controller is controlling the ground crew. So anybody doing on like the taxiways or the runways, like once they touch the ground, I'm done talking to you. I'll tell you like turn off on runway like 5 or taxiway 5 or whatever or Echo, and then transfer to ground, and they'll change signal, radio signal, and then they'll talk to the ground control. And ground control is in charge of all ground operations.
Gotcha.
So, which I was told by my instructor that he said, "You're very good. However, you're reckless."
I can see that.
Apparently in DFW, they had a couple of dudes who were like the cowboys, is what they called them. And what they would do is like, let's say you were training and I was one of those cowboy guys. The way it works for shift change is you will come in and observe my screen for 10 minutes. And then we switch. You take over control, and I observe you for 10 minutes, and
sure
that's the
you're good.
handoff.
Yeah.
Like to make sure you don't miss anything. So what they would do is on one side of the map, one side of their like airspace, they would line someone up heading east or west at an elevation, and then on the other side of the airspace, they would bring someone at the same elevation heading the opposite direction. So it's a head-on.
Okay.
And we would do it like 5 minutes before we switch.
See if you catch it when you take
and
over.
then we switch over and see if you catch it. And if not, I'm still wearing my mic and I can control the planes.
Gotcha.
And they would do this to all the rookies and new people, and like they were like that.
Testing
So
you, yeah.
And my instructor said, "You remind me of those two dudes." And I was like, "Well, that's cool. Is that a good or a bad thing?" He said they were really good controllers, but reckless. And I said, "Okay, why do you say this?" And it's because to graduate from air traffic control school, you had to do a performance verification. So we had like a 270-degree simulator, and I'm controlling traffic, so on and so forth. And I'm seeing a couple planes coming in, and I line one up to land on runway 27 left and one to land on 27 right. So 2 runways this way, and then we have another runway coming across. And some dude's coming in this way. Everyone has turned them this way, brings around on the runways, and I'm looking at it and like, that's a really fast plane, and these are kind of slow. And so I told them to line up on runway 34, and I heard my instructor audibly say, "What the hell?"
He's going
We
quick.
got time, yeah.
And I was like, "He's fine, trust me, Gary." And so I cleared this one to land, and I'm watching this plane come closer and closer. And if I don't say anything, it has to go around. If I do not clear him to land, they do have to go around. And I'm watching, and I'm hearing him going like, "I can't believe you're doing this. You can't believe you're doing this." And like this one touched down, and I said, whatever plane it was, hold short runway 34, which is this runway. If I tell them to hold short, they have to stop.
Yeah.
And then I cleared this one to land within like a second and a half of him. Wheels
I like how
touching
he's
down.
like giddily talking about how he played with like 300 lives.
This sounds fun.
Yeah.
They were small planes. It was like probably 12 lives.
I haven't flown since before COVID, and I have no desire to. I don't know, like flying and cruise ships are two things right now that I'm like, I wouldn't get on. I'm like, at the beginning of COVID, there was 3 or 4 ships that got like stuck out to sea, and they would not let them come in.
Right.
But then even since then, there's been like, I feel like once a year there's a cruise ship somewhere where like there's an outbreak of some flu type illness, and people are shitting in the halls, and I see that stuff, and I'm just like, nope, like I'm not taking the chance.
They're not prepared for me.
Yeah,
I'm willing to be a wildling. Don't worry.
I'm not
We
doing
can
it.
survive this.
I'm going on a cruise for my 40th birthday.
Get it, buddy.
One of my favorite things was with the Poop Cruise documentary is like they locked up the bars so people couldn't get the booze. I'm like, okay, good luck.
Yeah.
Like, people are shitting on the pool deck. I'm gonna get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We're gonna be blackout, and I'm gonna be dehydrated. So I'm not gonna have to use the bathroom. My whole substance is going to be. I'm gonna be a Jaeger. I'm just
Yeah, I
going
was
to
gonna
be
say,
a Jaeger.
Depending on what kind of alcohol I drink, it can contribute to that. It can make it more.
Only the morning
Violent.
after when you get the beer shits.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stop.
the
It's going to
pits.
be like 4 straight days. They're going to pull me off like a fucking dried up raisin. Just,
What's funny, I don't drink soda hardly at all anymore, and I don't drink beer hardly ever. And I went to Kilkenny's downtown on Saturday night, and the guy I went with surprisingly ordered a beer. And I was like, I was like, they had Schmittix, which is like a light Guinness type. It's very good. I was like, I haven't had one of those in ages. So I had 2 of them while I was there. Not a lot. 2 of them, and I had a whiskey. Yeah, but the next day, like the gassiness, I'm just not used to drinking carbonated stuff, but like I felt like I kind of like I need to take a dump or something. Like I don't know what's wrong with me. And then I just kept belching all day. And I was like, I don't know. And then I thought about it and I was like, it was those 2 damn beers. Like
Belching. I hadn't heard someone say belching in a long time.
What did you eat?
oysters.
But
I ate a lot of pizza before I went and got oysters.
Yeah.
What kind of pizza?
You pushed the
Pizza Hut, thin crust.
You pushed the gluten measures too.
Yeah,
that you're
that's true.
probably not used to hitting.
You probably have a gluten intolerance.
Yeah, you guys said that I think before.
I think everyone has a semblance of it when you go too far.
Yeah.
I think overall, whether it's gluten or carbs, I don't really know the difference. But like anybody I know that's ever been like, yeah, I'm kind of going easy on the carbs, like inevitably they feel a little better. Like we all eat too many carbs.
100%.
Yeah. So
Yes.
The 6 months in which I completely cut out gluten was the best I felt physically.
Yeah, the 3 months I did carnivore, which obviously no gluten there, felt fantastic.
Yeah.
Joints felt amazing.
I've learned I can't cut out carbs. There was a way back, like when I was coming out of high school, the Atkins diet. I think it was the Atkins diet.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I tried to do that for a while, and it was like, yeah, just no carbs. And I was like, I can eat all the meat I want. This is going to be great. Like this will be easy. And within like 3 or 4 days, I was like sneaking bread and shit. Like I wanted bread.
I think it's
so
just
bad.
a moderation situation.
And
There are people with, I should know this.
Celiac?
It's celiac.
Celiac?
And it's bad for them. They will get sick. I think everyone could probably, in America anyway, the way we treat our bread, we could probably use to eat a little less bread.
Yeah.
I know people with severe celiac that can go over to Europe and eat bread and just eat bread.
I think it's their wheat.
It's probably the type of wheat and probably how it's treated.
And it's the lack of sugar. Apparently, we put a lot of sugar and shit in our breads here. I saw something, and I hope this is true, but the bread that Subway has in Europe, you couldn't legally call it bread. It would be like a sweet pastry.
dough?
Yeah, like I don't know.
I think that's true.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of stuff we eat here that's not allowed in other countries.
I do think that is overstated.
I was about to say that.
That has been like that. I've heard that a lot, and then I saw a study that like this is way overstated.
Well, and so
Do they have a different version of it for Europe?
different name a lot of times.
A lot of times a different name, so you don't recognize it when you're reading.
Like I got a couple people I follow online that I get all my health advice from. They're probably quacks, but I follow them. And
I believe everything I read on the internet too.
yeah, well, these people seem to be real doctors. They might not
South
be,
Bixby Neighborhood Watch.
dude. But no, they'll normally take a video of some person being like at a store showing the box, going, "Look, this has." I'm gonna say Red Dye 40. I don't
Fucking
know,
hate
one of
those people.
And they're like, "This has this." In Europe, they don't allow that, and then it'll cut to the smart person, and they're like, actually, like they do allow it in Europe, but they call it this. They don't call it red dye, whatever. They call it this, and it's totally legal, and it's in a lot of their foods. And
It's the same thing.
I do think there are definitely higher standards for nutritional stuff in Europe, but also we have online influencers that I don't know if they know it or like if they're maliciously doing it or they're just dumb, but they try to play those games.
Oh, I think they're maliciously doing it.
I
I
think-
think it gets clicks. I think it gets money. I think it works.
I think you're probably right.
We should do that.
Yeah.
I feel much better after having Japanese liquor because it's not American.
Got no carbs.
No carbs.
Yep.
Or gluten.
Neither does this.
Fair.
Which may surprise the distilling process in America is so extreme that most people, even with celiac, can drink almost any liquor.
From America? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like you have to have pretty strong celiac to have reactions to liquor.
Interesting.
That's it. Hey,
That's brief research I've done. I don't know that that's
said
100%
it.
You almost
true.
said it. Brief research. Oh, so okay, hold on. You know someone with extreme celiac? They can have just almost.
I
any
don't
liquor?
think they've even tried that one. They don't like brown liquor, so they do drink vodka, but
Gotcha.
and not just potato vodka. So
I see. Probably do fine with sake too.
probably
it's rice wine, right? Isn't that what sake is?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I jokingly, like when I was there, I was like, I ought to buy some of this to take home, like on the first day. And then after 3 or 4 days of being there, I was like, I seriously need to go buy like a case of this.
It tastes good.
It doesn't have any bite to it. Like I said, you have 2 or 3 of those and you're good. Like it's
Did it make anybody turn red?
no, is that what that says on there?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just trying to determine, is it the
Asian
sake that
glow.
does it, or is it the Asian?
The Asian glow? No,
Ah.
it's 100. I've drank with a Asian person who does not drink very often. When I say I drank with him, he had like a no, not you.
Okay.
He's got another Asian friend that doesn't drink very much. That's crazy.
It's
in,
Chinese
in Oklahoma
this time.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's really Asian.
And he just like he had a drink and like maybe a quarter of the next one, and he's just red.
Oh,
Like his Ready shirt?
Almost.
Wow.
my wife has like one drink, and if she's not wearing like makeup and stuff, like you'll think she's having a circulation problem. It's like you're turning purplish. Like, what's the problem? And it's-
Tequila will get me occasionally. I'll have like some cheap tequila or something, a margarita from somewhere, and I'll start getting really flushed.
Gotcha.
And then I start
can't-
fighting the nearest person.
I can do
Tequila,
tequila. I can do tequila and a margarita. But I had, either one of you guys ever have a moment with an alcohol that ruined you? Like from now on, I can't have Jaeger. Or I feel like Jaeger and tequila are very common in that.
Everclear.
So
Well, okay, that doesn't even count.
Yeah.
That doesn't count?
No, not in this because
I had a thing with vodka.
Really? So vodka's not a common one.
Vodka makes me very angry.
Okay.
Kind of like what he said with tequila. I'll fight whoever's around me.
So that's how on tequila, I become very not nice to be around.
it's spiced rum for me. Like
Captain Morgan?
Captain Morgan, Sailor Jerry. I drank so much of that in like my drinking adolescence that like if I
What is Sailor Jerry?
it's a stronger Captain Morgan.
Never
That's a
heard of that
spiced rum.
I'll say this. I generally didn't drink whiskey, and that's just like the stereotypical, like, oh man, give me a whiskey. Like secretly, like if ever you, like, I'll take any drink that could have the little umbrella in it. Like if an umbrella goes with it, a pina colada or a daiquiri or what brought this to mind was like rum, Captain Morgan, and pineapple juice. Like, oh, give me that all day long. I will sit here and get trashed on pineapple juice and rum.
Why is there a stigma like around it? Like, cool, who doesn't like to have something that tastes good?
I'm just saying,
I drink stuff that makes hair grow on my chest.
I agree. I play by those rules. I didn't write them, but it's
I
like
sip Everclear on ice every night.
Everclear on ice.
Yeah, two at least, 3 maybe.
Are you screwing with us right now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like the signs of a serious problem, man.
Oh yeah, serious
Yeah.
fucking problem.
That's
Rubbing alcohol.
so. We keep Rumple Mints in our fridge for special occasions, and every now and then we'll bust it out, and it's just yeah.
I have Rumple Mints in my house. I've had it since
My dad died.
when did your dad pass?
May 4 years ago. Yeah.
He got the Rumple Mints, and I got the duffel
Rumple
bag.
Mints, Yeah. You got the duffel bag. You got the Rumble Mints.
I think the sugar has like screwed the lid on to the point where it would take by hand you cannot open it.
We gotta get like a glass cutter. And cut the top off.
I'm going to try and figure out how to use that Rumple Mint sometime.
Is it in the freezer?
No, it's just chilling.
No, it's got to be in the freezer.
It's
man.
just out. It's just out.
It wasn't in a freezer in my head.
It's been that bottle is probably 10 years old now.
if not more. It probably moved from Little Rock to Texas.
Yeah, it is. It's actually I should see if they've had any label changes over the years to see if there's anything different I can find.
Could be a collector's item.
It's non-drinkable. So
Not now.
like Morgan made hot chocolate and I was like, I'm gonna put a little of this in her hot chocolate. She'll enjoy that. She'll like that. She's done it before. It's not like and I went and got a wrench.
You couldn't get it with a wrench?
Nope.
Did you try the hitting the edge of the lid?
Run it under hot water or something. I wonder if it kind of gunked on there.
I do. I think sugar's got to the lid and kind of
Gotcha.
coagulated. So
That's funny.
yeah, the hot water might actually work.
Do y'all have any? And I know you don't drink much, but do y'all have any like guilty pleasure drink that if no one was around and you could order any drink?
White Russian.
White Russians are solid, dude. We need to have a White Russian night here.
Yeah.
And watch the Lebowski beforehand. So
Yes, we have to.
Kyle.
I guess I don't know if this counts. Like a mule.
Okay,
Like
Moscow,
a Moscow
Mule.
Mule.
I feel like that's.
I
you can do
love
that.
those.
Yeah, you can get away with that.
Did we research why they're in copper mugs last time?
I don't remember this.
You said you watched it to make sure we didn't double talk about
We didn't. No, we didn't talk about that in the last episode.
Do you know why they're in a copper mug?
No, but they are, and
They
should,
are.
and they should.
I feel like one place started doing it that way, and then that's just
One place started doing it because those were the cheapest mugs he could purchase.
Okay, that makes
And
sense.
it became
Yeah.
a thing.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He changed
They're
the world.
delicious.
He did. Like everyone's like, oh, it keeps it colder and stuff. And like that's kind of like a myth.
Yeah.
And it's like the dude who like really sold a bunch
It
of
feels
Moscow
like
Mules.
it might keep it colder
I think it's in your head.
because that that thing is cold. Like that gets so like if this was in a copper mug right now, this thing would be hard to hold.
All right, so we need to do Moscow Mules and next time, and we'll do it in one of these and that. And I have a little laser thermometer thing. We'll bring that. We'll test it.
Have you had a Moscow Mule? Nope. I feel like those have gained popularity after you.
Do you like ginger ale at all?
Kind of.
I bet you'd like a Moscow. Moscow Mules are they're refreshing.
Oh, so
Yeah.
refreshing. It's one of those things I can only have a couple of because the sweetness does
Yeah,
wear on me.
carbonation and sweetness.
But ooh, it's good for the first couple.
Have y'all ever had old fashioned?
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Okay, do you like yours sweet or bitter?
every kind.
yeah, I
Give me an old fashioned. I love it.
probably on the sweeter side actually on an old fashioned.
Which,
But that's really if I go out to a restaurant and I'm having a steak or something, that's probably going to be what I order.
a lot of times, if I go to a fancy restaurant, it's either that. What I love is I love a good martini, and that's another one of my guilty pleasure.
That's not even guilty.
Dude, martini with
so
blue
good.
cheese olives, like
So good.
and it's only if I'm at just a decent place, I won't do it. But if I go to like downtown somewhere nice, like martini, and they're delicious. So.
You want to talk about just efficiency and taste good,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't wreck your body in the ways of the sugars and the bloating and the it's just efficient. It tastes good. It's easy. A martini just gets you there.
Yep.
Every damn time, and I love it. I love them, but that's once every. I don't do it very often because efficiency is a problem with them.
There was a
I don't like them.
there's a restaurant in Fort Worth called Del Frisco's. It's like the big steakhouse
I know.
there.
I've heard of it.
Okay, and so the bartender there I actually knew I went to high school with. So we'd go sit in there at the bar for like 30 minutes before we'd go to the table. And their martinis were phenomenal. So they like taught Stephanie how to do it, like walked her through, and like we'd go home and try a couple. And then the next time we go back, she'd tell them what's wrong, and they'd direct her. So she got to where she could make a mean martini. Like it's all about the dilution apparently, like how long you shake and all that. Exactly.
We know it's in
But
two hands, but
when we first moved up here, she was like, "Hey, I can make you martinis at home," and she would make them in a rocks glass and fill it all the way up to where it was like 3 martinis in a glass. And like I'd be watching football or whatever, and it's like I only had one drink today, but it was a rocks glass full of vodka that was slightly diluted. Like it was phenomenal. I'm not complaining, but
It tasted great.
yeah,
so martinis are made with vodka,
it's vodka and
vermouth,
Or gin.
yeah. So gin is supposed to be the right way to do it, but I gotta tell you.
I do vodka. I do vodka for martinis.
I thought I've heard you order a gin.
I might have, but the taste is off to me. It doesn't taste right to me. Which is funny because I'm one of the biggest olive haters in the world.
I hate olives. That's why I don't like martinis.
But the taste of olives and the saltiness of it,
Yeah, it's the
Fine.
brininess. That,
it's the texture of an olive and the taste. But olive brine,
yeah.
perfectly fine.
If you ever go to a bar where it's like an upscale bar with like a mixologist of a bartender, they will tell you that like gin martini is the way to go. I
Is
got
that like a sandwich artist at Subway?
better than that, yeah.
Okay.
But
Yes.
I've tried the gin martini from a couple different places, and I tell you, the vodka's better. I don't know what these people are talking about. Like personal preference.
I'm just not a fan of olives, so
Me neither. I'm one of the biggest olive haters ever, but for whatever reason, they'll come with olives and be like, no, take those away, and they're like, you ordered a martini. I'm like,
So
yep.
at Del Frisco's, I would always order mine and tell them I want as many blue cheese olives as they can legally give me. And one time they built like a Lincoln log type thing on top that was like a foot taller than my
that's
probably
fantastic.
probably 40 olives, and it was fantastic.
that's service.
I feel like I have to go back because I missed a joke earlier. Yeah, I listened to your whole story and then I forgot the joke because you were talking about the Dallas Cowboys,
yeah.
and I was gonna say that was the only time any of us have ever been compared to Dallas Cowboys before. Did you follow the
I must have
pullback?
spaced because I never even heard Dallas
He was
Cowboys.
talking about the Cowboys of DFW.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was like, that's the first time any one of us have been compared to Dallas Cowboys before.
Yeah. Although I feel like in the past couple of years, it's not like a good thing to be compared to the Cowboys.
Couple or like 25?
I think it's 26 now, 27. What is he? Since 95, so 26 years. 30 years?
30 years.
30 years since the Super
31
Bowl, but
years.
20-something, 25 or 26 years since they won a playoff game, I believe.
No, Dax won playoff games. He retired Tom Brady as a matter. Like if you want to,
Okay.
that was like 3 years ago.
Since
2
they
years
made it
ago.
to the conference championship.
Conference championship.
That's what I
is
knew there was some
probably
streak
right.
still
Yeah,
going.
that's probably right.
Yeah.
It's our year this year.
Okay, every year I hear that from Cowboy fans, and good luck, buddy. I ask the same question every time. What moves have the Cowboys made this offseason that make you think this year is going to be
nothing.
better than last year?
Didn't they get Max Crosby?
No.
No, nothing.
Yeah. Every year, growing up in DFW, every year in about August, all my buddies are like, I'm telling you, this is the year. And it's like, wait, if anything, we lost talent. We drafted terribly. Like, what makes you think this is going to be better? And I've never been able to figure it out.
I like the coaching moves they've made this year.
But do you like Schottenheimer?
I actually was really encouraged by what I saw last year.
Really? Okay.
Personnel issues were the main. I mean, the defense, he's an offensive coordinator, and his offense was great.
I think
Now,
to win the Super Bowl in this league, I feel like you got to have one of them young offensive guys that's trying new shit, coming up with.
he did, and I think he did pretty well at that last year, actually. I'm not saying he's Sean McVay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's that, right?
Okay.
But I thought he actually did pretty well, and I think the players really bought in. I was really hated the hire. I hated it.
Yeah, I'm not
I
a
actually
fan.
thought he did pretty well last year.
The way I look at it, I'm like, hey, you're the Dallas Cowboys. Every coach should want to come here, so theoretically, you should have your pick of like, what coach do you want?
Yeah, that's not the case because the ownership.
That's the thing. We always go out
with Jerry.
You're right.
We always go out and get a coach that nobody else was looking at, and that is freaking me out. Like Schottenheimer, nobody was looking at. Who was before? Mike McCarthy. Nobody was paying attention.
I hated that.
Yeah.
So much.
I don't know. Kills
Who
me.
can tolerate Jerry Jones? That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Could you tolerate Jerry? No.
for enough money, you could.
It's an accurate depiction of what owning this dog is like.
Just don't let it see your face.
I don't know what the hell's happened to Morgan, but the mischievous dog probably wrapped her up and somehow suffocated her and is now just laying there.
Oh, bye, Morgan.
But he'll also give you kisses and love on you. And I like that about him. That's a positive.
And then he barks at 2 a.m, and that's a negative.
2:30.
2:30. Oh, it's been on the nose the last 2 days. 2:30. I roll over. I'm like, yeah, I guess it's time.
Did you guys manage to sleep through your children? Like, first of all, did you guys have kids that slept through the night right away and you have to put up with that stuff? I can't stand it when people do that.
Abby was pretty close to that.
Okay.
Ainsley slept through the night.
But
That's
other
right.
kids,
But I take that back.
So for the most part, I think if you're comparing it on a spectrum, Abby was way on the side of sleeping.
Yes, I can remember distinctly like 5 nights where I either drove around listening to dubstep to get her to go to sleep, or
Relaxing.
chilling like this, just rocking back and forth, and I fall asleep holding the child. Other than that, like through the night.
dude, trying to get when my kid was fresh, brand new.
You mean
I would have to sit there and like bounce her in my arm to where like it's one of those where it's like, okay, I can do this. And then after like 10 minutes, your arms are burning.
Yeah.
So I either had to do that or I'd put her in my truck. And if I played Bob Marley, I drove in circles around Arlington, Texas. Like I drove the perimeter of it for hours at a time with reggae on. And as long as the vehicle was moving and the reggae was on, she was good.
Yeah.
The second we'd come to like a stoplight, but when it came time for making it through the night though, like my wife was always like, I woke up 3 times last night. You didn't have to wake up once. And I'd be like, wake me up. Like, I don't wake up to the kid crying. So when the kid starts crying, push me out of bed. And she never would. But to this day, she's like, you never had to get out of bed. And I'm like, I never heard her. Like, had I heard her, I would have got out of Had you woken me up, I would have done it.
I'm much more sensitive to noise than Morgan is.
you are?
Yeah. I don't know what I feel like it's a.
I think it's a personality thing because, like Kirsty said she was holding Amelia like this in my face, crying, and I didn't budge.
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear things that they don't. I'm like, yeah, last night 3 a.m. Did you hear that? And never the other way does that conversation happen.
I was watching a video on Facebook, and this dude was like, "All right, so I'm picking up my fuck trophy,"
Oh, the baby. Okay. Yeah.
and I'm like, "Did he just say that? Oh my goodness, that is the greatest."
Yeah, that took me. I thought he got a trophy for how good he did for a second. That was
He did it. It's his child.
not for finishing. I mean, everyone
Yeah.
can get that trophy.
I feel like you should get the trophy if you successfully do it and don't get pregnant, but
Yeah. So that's a good way to.
Yeah.
When they're older, I'm going to refer to them only as that.
That's what I can't remember what movie it was. It might have been Talladega Nights or something stupid. But at one part, the guy's like, "Yeah, you used to live in my balls," or something along those lines. And like, I want to say that to my daughter. Like one day when she's like, "Well, Mom carried me," I'm like, "Yeah, well, you started off in my ball." Anyhow, I'm waiting for the time where it's appropriate to throw that one at her. And then when she looks confused, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, no, for real, you did."
I think my kids already know that though.
My kid slowly is getting the talk in increments over like the last month. And I don't know where they're at currently, but I'm staying out of it. So
It's fair.
In increments.
Yep.
Like in stages, like all the way up through gestation, or what's up?
No, so the first time it just like
Foreplay.
my wife has been needing to do it for a year now. We've been talking about it. And they happened to be in the car and they were only like 8 minutes from home, and like something came up that made it like this would be a lead in. So she decided to jump on it. But then they only had like 8 minutes till the house. And then on top of that, like by the time they got to the house, I think my wife was ready to call it quits. Get on it, buddy. Justin, you too, buddy. Here you go.
I might sleep through the dog whining tonight.
Yeah. But anyhow, so yeah, they only covered like a small portion of it. And I kind of was asking my wife for what they talked about. And I was like, hey, you missed a lot. So from what I understand, they've gone back and like they touch up on it periodically.
You missed
8-minute car ride increments.
Yeah. So
you missed a lot.
that's what I don't want to go down this road too much, but like the main thing I want covered is like how to not get knocked up in high school. Like that's my only fear.
Okay, no, that one. I don't know why we wouldn't want to go down this road. That's literally the point of this podcast.
Hold on, before we do this, to our daughters all making it out of high school.
No shit.
Yeah. But like the whole reason I want the talk to happen is because I hear horror stories of like how early things were happening. And it's like, I'd like to get that out of the way right off the bat. Like, hey, and I'd love to preach abstinence, but you know, we've kind of seen how abstinence goes. So like, let's have safe talks. Like, how do you do this? And the first time she just kind of covered like the mechanics of how it happened. And I was like, okay, next time get to the whole like wrap it up type situation or something. So I don't know if they've gotten there yet.
Yeah, I don't know if she's. I don't know.
Send Lennon over here when we have those 2 kids we babysit.
Okay.
And then, like, at the end of the day, when she looks like she wants to rip all of her hair out,
We'll just give her copper for an hour and be like, "This is what a baby's
This is-
like."
Yeah.
that feeling is what the consequences are of sex. And then just, like, leave it at that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's statistically proven that abstinence talk
Doesn't work.
doesn't work.
It failed, I
over
mean,
time.
yeah.
Over time, it doesn't work. I mean, it can
did-
work with individuals, right?
Yeah.
But mass groups, it doesn't work.
It's very much like DARE. Like, don't do drugs. Now we're going to teach you about all the
We're
drugs.
going to introduce you to
Yeah.
every goddamn drug.
And we're just going to tell you don't do them. And that didn't
And look
work
how
out too
good
well.
of a time they're having.
Yeah.
I still have this weird, vague memory of an elementary school dare situation where I was asked to go to a different school and jump rope.
Yes. I had to jump rope as well. Did you have to jump rope for Dare?
No clue you guys
And
are talking about.
if you jump roped a fuck ton, you got
Like, you got a point. Like, it
you
was
got
a competition.
points. You got
Yes.
points, and you could pick stuff out of like a
Yeah, like a
book, like a
like a
catalog.
magazine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, and I still don't know. It lives in my head, and I don't know why.
I thought this was fake. Like one of those dreams, like
False
back
memory?
in the false
No,
memory.
no, that happened. I was in a
And we grew up in different areas.
I was just down the road here. Like
I was in
just
Albuquerque.
just down the road, and
I'll bet we had it. I just don't remember it.
And just
I'm a lot older than you.
and I was busting my ass. I still don't know why it made them think I wasn't going to do drugs.
because you were too tired to do drugs.
In 4th grade, I was too tired to do drugs at that moment. Yes, but it is like a weird moment that sticks out in my head of like, that was fucking weird, huh?
Yeah. Can you imagine that room? They're like, hey, we need to come up with an activity for these middle schoolers to get them to stay off drugs.
Jump rope.
Here we go, jump rope. Yeah, like jump rope
Just
competition.
once.
One time for stuff in this catalog. Like, that's all really crappy
One
prizes.
time. It wasn't like we're gonna start them in a jump roping lifestyle.
If
No.
I would have been better off if they'd been like, hey, tell you what, you don't do drugs. We'll give you $50 store credit to Scholastic's book fair.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, no drugs for life.
Test me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Every time you test me, $50 credit to it. Yeah.
Just lining up like it's the fucking plasma place. Take it again. Take it again.
That's where you did it last time. No? Did you have the
I feel
Scholastic
like-
book fair when you were a kid?
Yeah, so I'm not.
I feel like I'm hitting on the jokes right now. So
you're on. I'm just letting you guys go. Yeah.
You didn't.
wait. Did you say no Scholastic book fair?
He said he
I
wasn't
had
a
it. I
reader.
just
They had bookmarks, posters.
They had so much shit.
Yes.
They had
All the
so much
stuff.
shit.
I don't tell you.
Trapper
Like,
Keepers.
This
Binder,
is
like
getting me a little
everything.
fired up. Of course.
Like-
How is that not exciting to you?
What's funny? This is not the first.
they
This
don't
is
do it
not the
anymore.
first time I've heard this. My kid, like 2 or 3 years ago, when she had her first one, it was like, "Mom, the book fair is coming up. Dad, did you hear?" And Stephanie was like, "Oh, like the book fair was always my favorite time of year." And they were both like sharing in the joy that the book fair was coming up, and I was just like, "The book fair? Like what? Yeah, I guess I don't know what I was doing. They probably made me go down there and walk through it. I probably was broke. I probably didn't have money to buy things. So
I had like $3. So I got a bookmark every year.
we keep giving my kid like $20 to $30, and she'll come home with like one. It's always a cookbook too. It's like he just comes up with like a cookbook, and then toys and shit that like were way overpriced. Like
Yeah.
she bought a safe for all her money for $20, and it's a plastic safe with like a little latch on the side that it's not a safe.
My kids
Anyhow.
come home with books.
Every time I tell her now, I'm like,
Nerds.
whatever you do, you have to buy books with this money. And then sure as hell, she's like, Dad, don't get mad because I did buy 2 books, but look at the things I also got. And it's like, "Wah."
I think you got to make them work for it. I don't know. Speaking of like working for it, Ainsley, I'm pretty proud of her. The other day, she said she did a pageant last weekend.
Okay.
And she's like, hey, I got to pause my voice lessons. I said, why? It's $200 for 4 lessons. I said, oh, why are you pausing them? She goes, I have $50. I said, okay, that's fair. And I think that's really good. Like,
Yeah.
14-year-old be like, hey, I recognize I got to pause. I got to start working, save up money so I can do this thing. I think I don't know that at 14 I would have been like that. I would have been like, hey, can I have money to do this? Like, you're my parent. You should pay for
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, that's how my kid is.
Which-
She literally has no time to do
That's fair. Your
Work.
kid does all the sports things.
work. We are starting to. I feel like we're hitting a little bit of calming. I say that as we're about to travel like 4 times in the next 2 months, but still, the competitive soccer has one more practice.
That's it.
Period.
Wow.
And we're done.
I'll say this on the money thing. Like in my household, like when I was probably like 7 or 8, like we as a family declared bankruptcy, like bad time in the life. And for the next several years, we got really good at like understanding that we don't have money to spend on things. So like me and my sister still had a fun time, but like we just didn't do things that cost money, and it worked out real well. But also I played baseball and football pretty much my whole life. I played a little bit of basketball up to a certain point. But like I never had time to get a job. So like when I was 16, I was a busboy on the weekends at a spaghetti warehouse. Man, that'll ruin Italian food forever for you. I'll tell you that. But it was so crazy because you'd get tip out, and whatnot. And after like 2 days of being a busboy, I'd leave with like $100, and $100 to last me all week. Like I felt like a millionaire.
Yes,
like the
absolutely,
money I was
100%.
blowing money on everything. It was so fun.
Dude,
Well,
when
like a Chick-fil-A meal was only $4.88 at the time, so
Right.
you could afford
Yeah.
to get fast food.
when I graduated college, so the place I worked at back then, and I happen to work at the same place now, just in a way different capacity. We used to, checks were sent physically to the location. I'm sure you remember this. And you could cash them there, literally. Just
Up to like $300 or something.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I want to say it was higher than that when I did it. I don't know. But when I went to college, my parents had no idea. I had like $8,000 in cash stashed in underneath my bed.
Nice.
Nice.
And they were like, "You never spent." I was like, I was raised like we didn't. I was doing sports, but we didn't go out and extravagantly spend money.
Yeah.
I'm not as good at. We go out to dinner too much and do things like that too much. I don't regret doing that with my family, but yeah, what was I going to do? I went and played sport. I put gas in my car. I paid for insurance, and
You spent a lot of time before you. I mean, like, up until I could drive, it was a lot of like hop on the 10-speed and go find something to do. Like there was no
Yeah.
money needed. 'Cause I had my bike and I was going down to my buddy's house around the block or whatever, and like we were playing in the woods or whatever.
Do you guys ever find that like a half-empty bottle of water or Coke in the street and like kick it while you're riding your bike and see how far you can kick it?
I'm sure I did. I don't
that
remember.
sounds like it's.
We ended up playing like polo on our bikes with our feet kicking a water bottle. Like, that was our
I
entertainment.
was never really a bike rider.
No,
Really.
there's no sidewalks here.
Yeah, there's nowhere to really like in your neighborhood. That's kind of
There's
your.
nowhere over there. Right?
When I was really young,
Oh, okay.
and then I was literally like my next house was the one that's
Yeah, they're like right there.
yeah right there.
There
when I
are
was-
no sidewalks here. It is like
You-
ride in the street and get hit by a car.
You'll just die.
Yeah.
yeah. So that's probably why I was never a bike rider. It just wasn't available.
New Mexico had all kinds of sidewalks.
Yeah, I live in a big neighborhood, so like there were several kids around my age, and there was a creek that ran like behind some houses, and like it was everybody meet up and go in the creek, and like we had a fort, and there were some kids that lived on the other side of the creek that had a fort, and we were at war with those kids.
I bet you were. That sounds
Yeah.
awesome.
It was
It was like
yeah,
Bridge of Terabithia situations. Did any
pretty
kid
much,
die in
yeah.
the
Like
river? Okay.
it was for real. And what's funny, the kid that lived across the creek he had like a tree house of a fort. Ours was like made by kids. His was made by his dad.
Yeah.
But like he was
His
our
dad loved him.
dude. I mean, his dad cared. But he would like there was like a 5 or 6 year period where like he was our sworn enemy, and then I ended up being friends with him in high school. And it's like,
Sure.
oh yeah, we were.
Yeah, there was really
battling,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with the guy. It's just
Yeah.
He's just on that side of the river.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll tell you the one situation where I've kind of felt bad about not being how I was raised frugally in that way. Birthdays. So I was raised very minimalistic with birthdays. Maybe they would make me like my favorite meal. Maybe we would go out to eat. Maybe. We didn't do birthday parties and shit.
Right.
And now my kids go to a little bit nicer of a school, not a really fancy by any means. And like their friends are like, oh, we're having a birthday party. We're doing this, this, and this. And then we're going to this, and then we're this. And I'm like, am I supposed to be doing that?
I don't know that your kids would necessarily enjoy that.
I feel like Carter would.
Carter might.
Yeah, Carter would.
Abby would be like, why are these people here? Just go away.
Push their face away.
Yeah.
It was funny watching her around. I always see her around athletes. And today she was with just probably 15 of her classmates. And I mean, they were talking to her like this. It was very funny to me.
Nice.
Because other athletes are usually
That's how
too big.
Justin talks to your daughter. It's kind of funny. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the same height.
Same height.
Last
Okay,
week checked.
my bad.
Last check, same height.
No. Well, that's what. So I feel like there's a tendency to overcompensate. Like, in the, like I grew up, and if my mom sees this, she'll get super pissed at me. Like, we had what we needed, like we got by, but like we weren't spoiled by any means. My wife grew up in like an even more like economic hardship condition, and like when it comes to Christmas and birthdays, like she loves to be able to spoil our kid because she didn't have that growing up. But I'm kind of like always like, hey, like. The fact that we didn't get spoiled growing up is what led to who we are today. Like we're creating a monster, but like I can't stop my wife from doing it. Like she really loves like in her mind I didn't get to have Christmases like these, so I want my daughter to have them.
I agree with Stephanie on this because you're not doing it every day.
True.
You're not giving her advantages that will make her. You're making a special thing special, and I think that's okay.
If we weren't, but I feel like just in general, my kids, and by product of her being an only child, like she just, I laugh constantly. She'd be like, "Oh, Dad, you won't do that for me," and I'm just like, "You have no clue how good you have it compared to when I was growing up. Like, what are we talking about here?" So
The only child thing is
we spend a lot, like we talk about it a lot, and we spend a lot of like mind power. That's not I'm making that a word. Yeah,
we're good with that.
We spend a lot of mind power trying, just the Saki talking, trying to like get ahead of that. Like we know she's going to have issues sharing or this and that. And like we've done this forever, but it's still one of those where like you see the signs of it and you're like, only child. Like there's times where somebody will be like, what's going on? I'm like, only child. I don't know what to tell you. Like
some of it has to be learned. There's nothing you can do as parents to really prevent it.
You can't simulate it.
No.
And,
I will say, and this is going to sound mean, but when we first started hanging out, Amelia was like, I don't know if I want to hang out with Lennon.
Oh, dude, yeah, she's.
And I was like, well, why? And she goes, well, when we go to their house, or when she came over to our house, she's like, well, I'm the guest, so we're doing this thing. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then she goes, we went over to their house, and she's like, well, it's my house, so we're doing this thing. And I was like, did you correct her on that? She goes, I tried. She wouldn't have it.
We had several talks about that because we'd have to interject and be like, what's wrong? And she'd be like, well, I'm the guest, and they won't let me do what I want. But then we'd be at our house, same thing. And she'd be like, well, it's my house. And it's like, no. Like,
You don't get both ways.
But again, that's one of those where like we tried to get ahead of that, but then in the moment it's like we tried and it didn't work. Like,
it has to be a learned thing at certain points.
She's never had a compromise about what to do. Like her whole life, she's just been like, I'm gonna do this now, and she does it.
Yeah.
And so
That sounds awesome.
it's a I've killed to have her childhood. Like when I look back at my childhood versus my daughter's, I'm like, she's got a TV and a laptop and a phone upstairs. Like when we send her upstairs, like
Then go to your room.
have fun.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. On it.
I had all those things too. I didn't have a laptop, but I had a TV and a Nintendo 64.
I did have a TV in my room at a fairly. I had a nice upbringing. The houses I lived in were nice and everything. It's just we didn't go out and spend money. That was the only thing I was equating to that. My dad was really smart with real estate and the fact that he would just build a house. We'd live there for a few years and he'd sell it and level up. So I think we were mostly house rich.
Was y'all's first like bedroom TVs, like your own personal TV in your bedroom? Was it a box TV or a flat screen? Okay.
19-inch box TV.
Box TV.
Cool.
It had 0 through 9 on the front, volume up, volume down, channel up, channel down, and power button.
I had the TV with a built-in VCR. It was probably about 19-20 inches, you know. But like, oh yeah, the built-in VCR. I was like a Cadillac of TVs. My friends would come over. I'd be playing like Tony Hawk on it, and they'd be like, "Whoa, look at that TV!" I look back because I still have this TV. It's in like
Nice.
it's in my attic or somewhere because it has a VCR, and it's one of those where it's like, I'm not going to throw it away because one day.
I'm gonna need that VCR.
Yeah,
I can.
But
see
like
that.
when I see it now, I just laugh because it's got like 2 handles and you can pick it up really. It's tiny, but like when that was in my room, it was like people would want to come to my house to play like Tony Hawk, because I had the good TV to play it on.
we put TVs in the girls' bedrooms this year. Abby uses it a bit, not that much, and I honestly forget that Carter has it. She'll be like, "Can I?" We asked her to ask permission, just because we don't want a 10-year-old just. Yeah, that's her life. And once every like 2 months, she's like, "Can I watch TV?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah," because we'll just keep the remote. We'll keep the remotes on the desk in our room.
So we all 3 had TVs in our rooms. Did your parents like regulate you watching TV?
No, absolutely not.
I didn't have a TV in
was
my
a-
room until I was roughly a junior in high school.
Oh, okay.
I was a latchkey kid.
Yeah.
Very much so. My dad sold cars, and oftentimes that meant working till close most of the time. My mom worked 9 to 5 in Tulsa, so she didn't get home till 6, and then it was usually practice time. So it was get out of school, go live, go survive, take care of the horses.
And that's what I laugh. Like me and my sister, I could be off by a year here, but I think when she was in first grade and I was in second, we were walking home like about not quite 2 miles, but a pretty good walk. And we would get home and have 2.5 hours at the home, like by ourselves, till my mom would get home from work and then my dad would get home like an hour later. But like first and second grade, roughly, like we were going home and like making food and like turning on the TV and waiting on mom to get home. Like it was. I don't think you could do that these days without CPS getting involved.
This is going to be a dumb story to tell, but similarly related. So the middle school I went to is close to the house I live in now. You're familiar. And the house I lived in was over by NSUBA.
Okay, that's quite a distance.
And one day my friend was like, "I'm going to walk home." And I'm like, "I'm going to skip the bus and walk home too."
Good luck.
He lived in the neighborhood of the school.
Oh no.
I mean, that is miles.
Yeah, that's like 4 miles.
And I definitely just took pasture land. I was out there with like cows and stuff because I cut straight. I went straight through all the way there. I mean, it's not all the way to NSU by any means, but nearby. If you're familiar with Arnold's Country Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Jeez. Well, it's not there. The sign's still there.
Yeah, but that's the local. That's a house nearby there.
Wow. That's not a short distance.
And I got home at like 5 minutes before my mom did at like 6 o'clock.
It's all sweaty.
That was a mistake.
My house was like across the street from the elementary school I went to. They did have after school care 1st through 5th grade, so I stayed there until my dad picked me up. Which they had really sweet the racetrack cars, you know, like the slot cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was at our like boys and girls club after school care. But anyway, whenever like I said 5th grade, I didn't have to go there. 4th and 5th grade, I'd walk home, and it wasn't treacherous miles. It wasn't quite a hill.
I ended up doing it again, just because I knew I could at that point,
Yeah.
and I kind of knew the path now.
Yeah.
But it was not.
Did you ride a
often.
cow?
No, I can only imagine now the people who live there, just watching some because I was tiny.
Little homeless boy walking through the pasture again.
I was a tiny human until like 9th, 10th grade. I was under 5 foot, under 100 pounds until.
Wow. That is pretty small.
I was tiny.
Yeah.
And just big ass book bag walking through the
Walking.
and these are not small pastures; they're massive.
They are
And
acres.
Do your kids like know, like if you guys got to within a couple miles of your house, your younger ones that are my daughter's age, could you be like, "Hey, how do we get home from here?"
Yep,
And
tried
then-
it. Nope.
And it's because she's got her head buried in her phone, I think, everywhere we go. But I'll do that when we get pretty close to our house, and I'm like, "Hey, take a look around. How do we get home from here?" And she's like, left. And she's always wrong. Whatever she guesses, is
Whatever
not
it
right.
is somehow you have two
Yeah.
guesses and you're fucking wrong
So
every time. I'm like, well,
Yeah, I've decided like that. We're coming to a point where it'd be helpful for her to understand how to get to our house, like from school, for instance. Sure. So I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to make her start like somehow paying attention on rides.
Take her phone.
Yeah, then she.
it doesn't help because Carter doesn't have a phone. Like,
Dude, when Ainsley was 4, whatever, before you get turned around facing forward, maybe 3, and we would go from mother-in-law's house to our house, and she'd be like, turn left here. She's facing backwards.
Yeah.
It would say, turn left here, like the correct direction.
That's what my sister's kid, and this is back when they lived in Seattle. I'll bet he was like 7 or so. And I was going out to visit them, and I took her car, and I was going somewhere, and she was like, "Oh, take Brock, he'll guide you there." And I was like, "He's 7, he's gonna get me there." And she was like, "Yeah, Brock, show him how to get to whatever it was." I was probably going to buy him donuts or something. But the kid like directed me the whole way there, and on the way home, he was like, "Okay, you have 2 choices here. We can go the slightly longer way, but if we go that way, you'll see the blah blah blah." And I was just like, "You're 7? Like, what are we doing here?"
That would have blown me away because
Yeah.
my kids, I'm down the street and they're like, I don't see any landmarks that I am immediately. I'm like, the streets are numbered by 10s.
Yeah.
It is so easy to get wherever you want to in this city. They're like,
That's what 2 things on that. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, people, when I first moved up here, they were like, the roads are a little confusing. So where I came from, roads went in circles and S's and stuff. Like, this is a straight grid.
this is a grid.
151st, 161st, 171st, every mile.
And it goes all the way through Owasso.
And all the way
Skiatook,
through
all the way through.
the vertical streets, like, run all the way up and down, like Harvard, Lewis, Peoria, whatever. Like, it's...
And they're straight south, north and south.
Even
and
if
they're
I-
straight
North, south,
east
east,
and west.
Even if I've never been there, if you say I live at about 41st and Harvard, like in my head, I know exactly where that is. I can't picture it, but I know where that is.
I can get there. Yeah.
These are the easiest streets in the world to remember. And I've
For
heard
a town of a million
Yeah.
million people, it is just the easiest possible. And people can give you an address and you know where it's at.
exactly. And like when I live all the way out in the boonies, and when I'll be like, yeah, I live kind of out in the sticks, and they'll be where, and I'll tell them the cross streets, and they always go, oh, and I'm all the way out there. Like, I didn't know it went that far. I'm like, it does go that
It goes
far.
that far, goes further.
Yeah.
It does, in fact, go up to the 200s.
Yep.
Yeah. So, first, I learned this yesterday morning in my Facebook scrolling of random knowledge. Broken Arrow has the 2 street names. I don't know if you noticed this. So, it'll be like 129th or Olive or 145th in Aspen. Well, before, like in 1943, Broken Arrow was its own town. And then there was like farmland pasture, Tulsa. So they were 2 physically separate towns. And over the years, we've grown like,
They're attached.
Tulsa's grown east and Broken Arrow's grown west, and now they're attached. They literally have signs like you're now in Broken Arrow, but you're still in the same. So Broken Arrow said like, hey, we've already had our naming system, so we're going to keep our street names. And then eventually they said, but we'll kind of adopt what you have. And there are some streets that have 3 names, like this one out here, or
Yep.
Lynn Lane.
Yep.
Lynn Lane, 9th Street, and then
73rd or something.
yeah, some
That's-
weird things.
That still screws me up. That's the only, because I don't come to Broken Arrow unless I'm coming to your house. So you're on the south side, so I know how to skate across the south and get to your house. But when I have to go into Broken Arrow, it'd be like Kenosha, and I'm like, Kenosha, and then
71st.
somebody's like, oh, that's just 71st. It changes names. And I'm like, well, it's easier when we just keep 71st going all the way across.
The street out here actually has, I think, 4.
4?
I think.
I thought it had 3, but maybe 4.
I've heard it called 4 different things.
County line.
I didn't know if you were about to blast the.
Nearby.
Now
Now
they're
we
gonna-
don't give the cross street.
Now all of our fans are going to be stalking you. They're going to know.
all 38 people will know where I live.
County line, 23rd, 123rd, 193rd.
Oh yeah, that is 4.
I'll take your word for it because I can't picture the areas you're speaking of.
That's one road.
It's just that road. It's just that road right there.
Gotcha.
But Broken Arrow is super easy because east west are numbered.
Okay.
So you're 71st, 81st, 91st, 101st, and then north south are trees, or cities.
But Kenosha.
No, cities are
Cities are also east west.
east west.
Yes.
Okay.
So trees are north south.
Okay.
Numbers and cities are
So,
east west.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll forget that. But yeah.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Like you have an olive tree, you have an aspen tree,
Olive, aspen,
you have an
okay.
elm tree.
Okay.
Like it's just all trees, and most like neighborhood streets, you'll see trees.
Juniper, ironwood.
I think the problem. So when I lived in DFW, because of the place we worked, there's locations everywhere, and you go through different positions where you have to go fill in at different stores.
Everywhere, yeah.
So I knew the whole Metroplex like the back of my hand. Like if you dropped me on a corner, I could take a look around and be like, oh, this certain store is right over there, and if I can get to there, then I know how to get home. And like, so I knew it everywhere. When I moved up here, Apple CarPlay was already a thing. So for the first couple of years, everywhere I went, I would put it into my phone, and then it'd pop up on my truck screen, and it would guide me there. And I realized after a couple of years, it's like I'm not learning the area. I'm just relying on Siri to get me places. So now, like, I purposely, like, when I'm coming to your house and stuff, I'm just like, nope, not going to put it on. I'm just going to get to Justin's. And
I look for landmarks to get to your house.
okay,
Because on that road, 151st, it is. I always miss it
yeah.
Every,
and go too far.
every time. And then I have to
Turn around.
cut back. Every,
Sorry for the inconvenience of my house, guys. Sorry.
Not only do we have to drive to Egypt,
Every time I go,
Missed
I go to the next exit. Every single time.
I'm like, that was the one.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And now I start taking the one too early, but you can still get there from there. So that's fine.
That's fair. So yeah, I forgot the other thing. So that's not important.
Penis.
On a slightly different subject. Sorry, you have something?
Penis.
Oh, okay. That does sound great. On a slightly different subject, I thought of this on the way over here. But have you guys ever had a fast food that's been like available to your whole life, but you never had it, and then you like discovered it late?
I know where you're going.
Okay. Well, I just
Oh, you discovered it late.
yeah.
Okay. No. Yes, Carl's Jr.
Okay.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
I'll
what
listen.
What led you to finally try Carl's Jr.?
I'll hang up and listen.
I moved here, and they had Hardee's in Arkansas.
Which same thing, pretty much, right?
It is the same thing, just a different name. It's like
The menu is kind of different, though, I think.
slightly, but the hot ham and cheese. I
Okay.
got it at Hardee's, and I was like, this thing's amazing. And then I heard about Carl's Jr. being very similar, so I went there, and they also have a hot ham and cheese.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what sparked me to try it, and I think that's the only time I've had it.
Okay. I'll say this. Like, what was it, like a year ago when Popeyes came out with their chicken sandwich? And then it was a big online, like, it almost seemed like guerrilla marketing ish. Like, it was kind of astroturfed. It wasn't a for real, like,
Okay, yeah.
like they were kind of forcing it, but everybody, the Popeyes chicken sandwich is better than Chick-fil-A.
A couple years ago, yeah.
And-
the chicken sandwich war. No, that was COVID.
Was
it
that
was
during
right.
COVID?
It's
It
because
was
the
right
line
after.
was super
It was
long.
right after or during COVID.
Well, it's funny. I've had Popeyes near me my entire life. They've always been. I've never even thought to stop at a Popeyes.
Biscuits.
And roughly a year ago, I needed food, and I was driving, and I was like, oh, you know what? I've heard about the chicken sandwich. Let me pull in. I've been a Popeyes fan ever since. Popeyes is phenomenal, and I'm now just killing myself. Why did I avoid it for so long?
Spicy chicken tenders and mashed potatoes, and you just use the mashed potatoes as a dip.
Dope.
Yeah.
So,
And their biscuits, man. Their biscuits are dense.
Oh, they're dry as hell.
They are dry.
I went through a phase where people were talking about macros, and I just nodded along and was like, macros, yeah, do that. I still don't. It's protein, I guess. I don't really.
It's not just okay.
You
Protein, carbs, and fats, but okay.
Whatever. And a guy I knew that thought I understood what he was talking about was like, I'm telling you, the best macros, Popeyes, and they have like
And chicken makes
it's like seared, but they have like a seared blackened chicken nuggets that are like, it's like, I think like 350 calories for like 7 of them, but like 42 grams of protein or something like that. And the way he sold it was nice. So I was like, let me try that sometime. And let me tell you, like, that's one of those where you could go order a couple orders of those and then take them home and stick them in the fridge. And it's just
And they're still okay.
protein ready to go, man.
I keep track, like I don't actually track them, but I pay attention to 2 macros:
Okay.
protein and fiber.
Okay.
Fiber.
Other than that,
Because you want to poop? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Fi-
I want to stay
fiber's-
full and I want to poop.
That's fair.
Fiber is one of those things that I hear people talk about it, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm probably not getting enough fiber. But then I also never do anything about it. But every time I hear somebody mention
I
it,
think
I'm
it
like,
makes a big difference to try and
believe it.
Include fiber.
Is that fruit and vegetables or?
a lot of veggies, tons of veggies,
Okay.
but which I love vegetables anyway. I'm not the biggest fruit guy.
So
It's fine. I just don't.
I'm cheating on all this because what was it? The Alpha Greens, AG1. Like several podcasts talk about that.
Yep.
So at one point I was like, you know what? I'm not getting enough veggies and fiber and daily. Let me try that out. And I looked, and that ends up being, if you can find it on special, it's like $79 for a month supply, but generally it's $99. And I'm just like, I'm not spending that much money. But Amazon Basics has like it's called like Amazing Grass or something like that.
I've had that before in
Did you
college.
buy that thinking it was something else?
No, I purposely, but
This does not taste good.
you get like a. I could try to smoke it. It might do something. No, you get like a 2.5 month jar for like $30. And I gotta say, Like it's one of those where I would do a commercial for them for free because like when I remember to take it daily, like my movements.
You're regular, and it like the bloating goes down. The fiber makes a huge difference.
I've never been regular in my life. Like it's always there's a Louis C.K. bit where he's like, I just eat and shit all day. It's just chaos. That legit was how most of my life was. And I started doing the greens, and every now and then I'll screw up. Like I always like miss a day because I went on a trip or something, and then I have to get back in the swing of doing it. But if I miss 2 or 3 days in a row, all of a sudden my body goes back to like its normal self. And I'm like, what is, oh yeah, the greens. And then it only takes like 2 days of doing the greens and I'm right back on track. Anyhow, that's one of those, if ever, and I'm not, nobody's coming to me for health advice, but if anybody ever did, like that would be my first thing. Dude, my first thing would be like, find some greens and take them daily. Like, trust me, I don't care what brand. Find some greens, they'll do you good.
Or you could just eat them.
This
is green.
That's my greens.
There you go.
Yeah.
You have some more greens.
Which, my greens you mix in a liquid. So, I mean,
It's already done.
I'm just saying, I could.
Japanese, they're living in 2090.
But what if I put a scoop of my greens in a shot of the sake? Super greens.
And add some matcha tea in there.
Uh-oh.
You actually might be onto something there.
About what? The sake and the greens?
Yeah, I think you might be onto something. Like I feel amazing.
Good way to start every day. Right before work, I have my
You
greens.
seem peppy today. What happened? Sake and greens. You don't start your days like that?
No, that's what I've learned. Like I'll drink whiskey, but I don't love whiskey, which is good because I'm at home. I work from home and I'm there all day and there's whiskey available. So I never think to touch it. But like if I knew how to make like an old fashioned, if I could make a really good old fashioned or a really good dirty martini, like my wife several times was like, I could teach you how to do this. And I was like, no.
Please don't.
Like I'd start making them for lunch every day. And the second half of my day, by the time the kid got home, I'd have 2 or 3 martinis in me. Like
A little toasty.
I'm not going to do that.
AG1 does not have a ton of fiber in it.
Doesn't.
AG1 has like mushrooms though, which apparently are good for your brain. That's the only thing that the one I take doesn't have mushrooms.
We'll take the lion's mane mushrooms or whatever.
And what do they call like shroom tech or something? I don't know.
They have that mushroom coffee stuff too. Are any of y'all like super sensitive to caffeine?
I am now.
Really?
Yeah, because I drink 1 cup of coffee every day and I don't drink soda at all. So I used to be able, like, I could have a 24-ounce cup of coffee at 9 p.m. and then go to sleep at 10:30. Like, I could do that all day long.
I've had a shocking amount of caffeine today.
It's not doing anything for you.
You look like your dragon.
Yeah, I'm dragging.
It's the dog.
Chinese,
It's the
Chinese
dog.
donkey. Yeah.
Dude,
I mean, you can't replace sleep. Caffeine does not replace
That's
sleep.
fair.
well, I've hit a point where if I have like a coffee after 3 in the afternoon, I'll be up at 2 in the morning and I'm like, why am I not tired? Oh, yeah, I had that cup of coffee at 3 p.m. So, like, I have to have like a noon cutoff on coffee. If I've
Justin introduced me into something that is like a great afternoon drink.
Ooh,
for,
really?
like a caffeine boost. It's not like full energy drink caffeine.
It's only 112 milligrams of caffeine. It's like a cup of coffee.
Okay.
It is, yeah, a little bit more than a cup of coffee probably, but
Is this the weightlifter with a lisp?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember you talking about this guy.
dude, I know you don't drink soda. I don't really. I actually couldn't tell you the last soda I've had. I'll have a Coke Zero occasionally. I do like that, but if you like a fucking root beer or a cream soda, oh my god, it's
The
better.
flavors. Oh,
It's better than most root beers.
Yes.
And like 112. I'm like, okay, I can have one of those this afternoon.
I think my favorite part about it is, have you poured it out? It's clear. Like there are no dyes,
I have
nothing in
not.
it. It is like
Okay.
Anyway, so the reason why I ask is 2 days ago I went to this gala for my kids' school.
Thought we were doing another shot.
I went to this gala for my kids' school. We were trying to. They had a silent auction, fundraising, raise money, and then recruit other parents to bring your kid to our school, so that because it's a good school. And so in this, they served us a dinner. Not terrible. I had like a chicken piccata. That was tasty.
I'll have the chicken piccata side salad.
Yeah, there was a side
The
salad
office,
and
right?
chicken
It
piccata.
took me a second.
Let's start off with the side salad.
Chicken
Chicken
piccata.
piccata.
And so the tines of my fork broke off in the chicken, and I'm not eating that piece because I don't know where they went. Anyway, so that evening, went to bed probably about 11 o'clock. Woke up at 1, laying there, open my eyes, kind of roll over, and there's my wife just staring at me like, did I do something? What's going on? You okay? She's like, I can't sleep. I said, okay. And I rolled over and went back to sleep. Like, it seems like it's your problem. Woke up at 2:30. Roll back over. She's still like eyes wide open, staring at me. At this point, I'm like, this is really creepy. Like, did I kick you? Did I hit you? I flail a lot. There's bruises on my wife. She's like, you bruised me yesterday, or you cried. I karate chopped Red. She said, you karate chopped my arm. I didn't. There's a bruise. So anyway,
Way to go.
and then I woke up at like 5:45, and she's still just She's like, I cannot go to sleep. I just want to go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep. I was like, that's super strange. Like, your back hurting. What's going on? Later that day, she texted me. She's like, I figured it out. Dessert they served at this gala was tiramisu.
Got coffee in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Coffee liqueur. A lot. Apparently it was strong.
Yeah.
I think she was stayed awake last night, too.
That's what I think.
Super sensitive to coffee.
It's got to be an age thing, though. Because like I said, as a younger person, I could do it. And I feel like as you get older, maybe your body's more, maybe it's the fact that I don't have as much caffeine
I think it's because
anymore.
you don't have as much
Hey.
anymore because I can still do it and I have shit.
Well, you're
tons.
also like, what, 37?
yeah.
Yeah, young pup.
She's young.
Yeah, that's true.
She's
yeah.
younger
Well,
than she's younger than all of us.
Yeah.
okay, well, I don't know about her, but I'm just going to blame him on his age.
I mean,
I just consume a lot of caffeine still,
Yeah.
like a lot.
she could probably brew a cup of coffee and be good for the rest of the day. Just brew it.
Just smelling it.
Yeah, like, I'm good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's super sensitive to caffeine.
I can go up to 400 milligrams of caffeine in a day and
That's what.
be fine. Yeah. I usually have an energy drink in the morning, 200. Sometimes if I'm really tired, 300 milligram drink, and then I'll have
It has 300 in it.
some C4s.
Oh,
And then
There's a Black Rifle coffee, too, that has 300 milligrams.
and then I'll have pretty much every afternoon, 2 o'clock ish, I'll have a cup of coffee.
Okay.
or a
But
bum.
but sometimes I'm like, I want that.
Dude,
little
it tastes so
extra-
good.
Want that little something.
What's the brand again?
Bum.
Bum, B-U-M?
B-U-M.
Okay.
But if you like a cream soda or I had the Dr. Pepper one and they said it was pretty good. I don't
Dr. Bum, not good.
Real quick,
My
on,
opinion.
on cream soda, we always have like a 4-pack of like the IBC cream sodas in a glass bottle, and they're like almost my special occasion soda.
Yeah, it's pretty-
Like, if I'm
pretty
going to
solid.
have a soda, it's going to be a decent one. And we had 2 little girls spend the night the other night, and we got pizza. And at one point, they all
your daughter there?
my daughter, yes, my daughter plus 2 little girls. Thank you. But like when I went to go get the pizza because nobody will deliver to where I live. Which if I could have one thing different about my house, I would have somebody just all I want is pizza delivery where I
good
live.
pizza nearby.
Yeah. Anyhow, but I got back and I came in with the pizza and all the girls like sprinted off to the garage and I was like, yeah, whatever. And they all came back in with one of my cream sodas. And like I almost called them bitches on the spot. And I was like, yeah.
There's a lot of options out there.
You could have grabbed the beer.
We have cases of like Ollie Pop and all kinds of shit for my kid, and they all came in with a cream soda. And because I'm trying to be the cool dad in front of my kids' friends, I was just like, oh, cream soda. Anyhow, yeah.
Were you raised with soda?
Yeah, in fact, I used to drink soda a lot.
A ton.
Yeah, a lot.
ton.
And what's funny, I stopped drinking soda at one point, probably in my mid-20s, and it's happened to me 2 different times where I've gone in to get like blood work, like just standard blood work done, you know? What do they call that? PCA, HCA?
PCA.
PCA, yeah. And twice I've had a doctor like look at my numbers and be like, kind of shocked you don't have diabetes. Like,
Son of a bitch.
yeah, like in a nicer way, but they've kind of let me know that they're shocked my numbers are as good as they are, and then they'll start talking to me and they're like, "Oh, you don't drink soda and you don't drink alcohol that often? That's why." And one of them told me flat out, they were like, "If you drank soda just as much as a normal person, you'd probably have you'd be pre-diabetic." And I was like,
Isn't
"Well,
everybody pre-diabetic if you don't have diabetes?
theoretically, yes."
Okay.
Yeah. But anyhow, so after the first doctor mentioned that to me, I was like, "Oh, like then in that case, because when you first start." When you first start working at the place that Kyle still works at, that I worked at for a long time, one of the things at your disposal is free fountain drinks all shift long.
Oh.
So you bring your own cup, you pay for a cup, and then it's just free refills on fountain drinks. And also back in the day, like when Krispy Kreme was hard to get, like when there was one Krispy Kreme in my city and there was a line to get donuts there.
Same here.
We had a case of Krispy Kreme in our store, and at the end of the night, we would count how many there were and write them off, and then it was any employee just take as many as you want.
Just take them?
I would leave for like 6 months. I left every night with a box of donuts, and I'd go meet up with my friends, and I was the Krispy Kreme guy. I had them for everybody. But it was funny.
They didn't
So-
like.
so
they
you
didn't
were-
like you.
You were
just,
Wiener Boy and now Krispy Kreme guy.
Yes, those were my
Wiener
two roles.
boy.
So, but like after a while, like the Krispy Kreme wore out real fast. Like after like 6 months, all of a sudden it's like I can't have any more Krispy
They're
Kreme.
really sweet.
really sweet.
The only time I can enjoy one is like when it's fresh in the store.
I would pound
on the
one.
conveyor system.
I would pound a fresh one down right now. I just
They just melt.
Yeah.
it doesn't come up often like, ever.
So normally if I'm driving around, like a donut is never a thing that I'd be like craving. But if I'm by the mall and I see that Krispy Kreme, there's always like my car starts to wanna, and I'm like, no, like don't. But like,
Hey, when my axle's messed up.
yeah. But
Jesus, take the wheel.
what's funny, I had a manager though working at the place we worked at. that one day, like he would always fill up his cup like all the way with ice, then take it over to the hot water bar because that was filtered, and then fill it up
did
with
the
hot
same.
water. And I kind of asked him about it, and he's like, yeah. He's like, well, how many of those 32-ounce sodas do you have per shift? Well, that's blank amount of sugar. Do you know what that'll do to your body? And like, it was one of those where like he kind of hit me with all that, and I was like, oh. And then
That's pretty impressive because that was probably not at a time in which people were really talking
no,
about
and
those
he
things.
was a health nut. But then kind of because I was like, oh, I want to be like him, so I started doing the ice water during my shift.
Just like you.
I did.
I did the same thing though. I did the coffee water. I don't know why.
'cause it's
I
filtered
liked
water.
I liked it better.
Is
Well,
it
both
not
are
filtered when you put
both
it?
are filtered.
Okay, because
So-
I was like, I refill my water all the time.
That place's water tastes good.
Yeah. So we didn't have like a water, like the little water thing on the fountain. It was either the hot filtered water off the coffee bar or there was a sink in the hallway.
That's right. That was
Yeah.
didn't exist on the fountain then.
Yep.
That's why we did it. It didn't exist on the fountain then.
Oh,
Yep,
So,
so-
but it does exist now. It's like there's an option. I
think.
touch screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I fill my water up there all the
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
So,
I was about to just like,
but yeah,
but okay, you know the city water's filtered
Your question
too.
was valid.
yeah, out where I live, the water's not to my liking, so we had to get like a whole home filtration system put in.
I need to do that.
But on the soda side of things, like just like with bread, like I stopped drinking soda, like just cold turkey was just like I'm gonna stop drinking so much soda, and like instantly I felt better. And now like if I have like a Coke with a slice of pizza, like I can kind of feel it. But if I go somewhere and I have like 2 or 3 soft drinks, like I don't feel good. Like it's not.
I can't tell you. It's had to have been 15 years since I've had more than one
Yeah.
soda.
In a sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know how to finish like a fountain.
Like a full fountain.
Yeah. Like the 20-ounce glass.
Oh
you
my
go to
God, the
restaurant.
20-ounce bottles.
Yeah,
that is that is so much. That is so. I
So
can
much
drink
sugar.
5 waters of that and be fine. But if I'm drinking like a Coke's my thing. Original Coke, love it. Especially, huh?
I like the way it makes my teeth feel.
I get that. I do understand that. I look past the import Mexican Cokes.
Solid.
Oh my God. That
So
is-
okay, hold on. You
money.
keep saying soda. You grew up in Texas. Is that what you've been calling it your
So
whole life?
hear me out. I was born in Ohio. I'm an undercover Yankee, and my parents called it soda pop.
Yeah.
When we moved to Texas,
It's-
my parents got a kick out of the fact that it'd be like, "Hey, you want a Coke? Yeah. What kind?
That's
Pepsi.
What do you mean? I said Coke. You know." So like my dad would always say, "You want a pop? Hey, you kids want a pop?" And my friends,
That's pretty.
my friends would like get a kick out of it. They're like, "Oh, pop," and it's like that's what we grew up calling it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I forgot that you were born in Ohio.
Wait, we called it pop.
Here in Oklahoma. Yeah, because we got pops on the way to.
That's true. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but we called it pop.
I
That
call it
place was
Coke my whole
underwhelming, by the way.
It is very. They have a cool bottle.
say
and
this-
everything.
It looks badass.
The
and then
food was very good. I don't know if you've
really
eaten.
no.
We got a burger and stuff there, and food was solid. So I'll give it that. But
I love a good burger.
yeah, soda pop. Like my mom called it a soda, and my dad called it a pop, and that's what I grew up on. So
Man, I called it Coke, and then you specified what kind.
yeah,
Yeah, that's always been a funny. I'll have a Coke.
yeah.
What kind? Coke. Okay.
I said Coke. What are you talking about here? So,
You ever notice when they say is Pepsi okay? Like it sounds like a. I'm really sorry. Like this is so
So-
disappointing.
what's funny when they say is Pepsi okay? I'm always a little like, yeah, I guess. But at the same time, if you did the blind challenge with me, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart.
I
Like
can
I
almost guarantee you I can just because I like Coke more than Pepsi. I was raised on Pepsi. That was what was available in my house.
Okay.
It's sweeter.
Pepsi
yeah.
is or Coke is?
Pepsi is. It's sweeter.
I couldn't tell the
I
difference.
will say the Pepsi Zero or Max, I think they call it. I don't know what the fuck they call it. The 0 calorie one.
solid.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I grew up on Dr Pepper.
But I do
Barks.
go with the 0 calorie unless I completely indulge and
can't stand Dr Pepper.
You grew up in Texas.
But I'm from Ohio.
But you grew up
I
in
know.
Texas.
My wife loves Dr Pepper, and to me, it's cough syrup. I don't get it how anybody could drink that. Like it's like we've talked about this a lot. And my daughter so badly wants to try a Dr Pepper, and I'm just like, no.
She's never had Dr Pepper.
She's you won't let her
think so.
try that?
Is there anything that your kids haven't had? Because like my kids hadn't had Twinkies until 2 years ago.
I think it's one of those things I don't know until I know.
So
I haven't purposely left out Twinkies out of their diet. I don't know. Maybe they
We
haven't
just
had
like
Twinkies.
that was the thing we chose not to let them have, and then one day I caved.
Stephanie's real big on Lennon having sodas that don't have caffeine, I think. Anyhow, so she can have like, is it Barq's root beer? One of the
Barks has.
there's one of the root
caffeine.
beers that doesn't have.
Quite a bit of them don't have caffeine.
So that, and then we let her have Sprite. I know that probably has caffeine, but like there's
No,
certain.
Sprite's
Zero
caffeine.
caffeine.
Okay, so there's certain sodas she's like. What's funny is she's tricked me before because there'll be times where she's like, "Dad, can I get a Coke?" And I'm like, "No, you're not allowed to have that." And she's like, "Mom's been letting me get it," and I'll be like, "Okay." And then later I find out that no, Mom hasn't been letting.
She
me
just
get
meant a Coke. Like,
Yeah.
I'll have a Coke.
it. Exactly.
And what kind? Barks. But she tricked you by like, oh, I'll have a Coke. And then is she not allowed to have any caffeine?
I mean, she has, but in general, we try to limit her on
We've
it.
fucking lost the battle
Yeah.
with Abby. We have lost the battle with Abby. She's like, she gets a few Alanis a week. Like
See, ooh, so
we have lost the battle. It did not. We've even given up.
So there was a soccer game last year in Kansas City. The game where me and Justin put like a fucking yarn or string, I don't know what that was, in our beards.
Hair.
Yeah.
It was hair.
His wife like wove hair that was blue and white into our beards. The girls all had it in their ponytails, and then for some reason we had it in our beards.
It was adorable.
It was adorable. Anyhow,
I don't think I've ever seen this.
there's pictures of it. All the
sure
moms were quite they liked it. But that game that evening, we found out that like 3 of the moms on the team had given their daughters a Red Bull before the game. And I was like, whoa, like we've not even thought about doing that. So then this year we're giving my kid a half an Alani before each game. And it makes a
I mean,
difference.
that's a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Half an Alani is a Red
Alani's $250, I think, right?
Bull. It's 200.
200? Yeah.
It's 200, and I know these things. And Red Bull is actually not as bad as you think.
Well,
I mean,
fun-
it's not an Alani. It's not a C4. It's not any. It's like 148 or something for a 12 ounce.
So back when I was in the stores, there was always a 2 for deal on energy drinks, Monsters, and
Still is.
whatever. So like every day I would get there at 5 a.m. and I would pay for 2, get one, leave the other one in the cooler, and then at about noon you get the second one. Everybody did it there.
Yep.
But I was having 2 energy drinks in like a 10-hour period, 5 days a week. And then I hit a point where it was like 2 is, I don't feel it at all. Like nothing. And that was when I stopped doing it. So for a long time, I was just anti-energy drink. I was having coffee, one coffee a day, but no energy drink. And then the Alanis came out, and my wife loves them. So she's always buying the different, like, there's a coffee shop where we know the owners, and they buy it wholesale, so we can get like a flat. If there's a certain flavor we want, normally you have to get like a variety pack, and there's only 3 in there that are that flavor. Well, now we can buy a flat of that flavor, which is awesome. But
Don't tell Abby.
I accidentally we were going to Texas or something one time, and she was like, "Do you want half my Alani?" And I was like, "Yeah." Like, what flavor is it? And it was cotton candy, and I was like, "Cotton candy." And let me tell you right now, it was the most delicious thing I've ever drank in my life.
My go-to energy drink is an Alani, the peach.
So the peach one's good. So now I've had several of hers because several of those taste damn good. And for the first time in years, like I go open the fridge and I'm like, "Ooh, there's some Alanis." Nope, don't do it. But like they're damn good.
Mine is First Form. That's what those boxes are right there.
Okay.
It's 4 cases of First Form. But theirs is the orange. I like them because 1, there's clear, so there's no dyes and stuff, and then 2, their caffeine's from green tea.
Okay. Better for you, probably.
They
Like
say.
natural.
Yeah. I want to do some research though, because I looked at that. I looked at Bum, and a lot of the energy drinks have cognizin in it, and it's trademarked.
It's trademarked. It's a product.
I want to know what that is, because they got away with like, I don't have to put what is in this
We have
because
the
we put
trademark.
cognizin on it. And I want to know what
Gotcha.
that is.
It's bat semen.
Probably.
There comes a point where I don't want to know what's in the food I'm eating. Like, it's like every time somebody tries to tell me what's in a hot dog, I'm like, da 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 da. Like, I enjoy a hot dog from time to time, and I don't want to know what's in it.
Nathan's famous hot dogs are amazing.
Hot dogs are delicious, and we need to get over this discourse that they're weird. And
Yeah.
gross.
Yep.
Like
Is it a sandwich though?
Yeah, a hot dog is a sandwich. And pineapple belongs on a pizza.
No.
Yeah.
Pineapple and anchovy? You remember that?
Isn't that like
That was the most disgusting thing
Yes.
I've ever had in my life.
we both ate the piece.
I think there was an episode of Joe Rogan where he was talking about that
With
being
Elon
his favorite.
Musk.
Yeah. And they ordered it, and he was like, "This is so." And no,
No,
I'm
it's
not.
disgusting. I
we
had
had
watched
it.
that, and I told him about it. We ordered it.
Yeah.
We ate it. We had to eat it on the back porch, Andy. It smelled so wretched.
You opened the box
Yeah.
and it was. I still know people who eat sardines and or anchovies. I know there's a difference. I'm really not sure what it is.
I had my first sardine when I was in Colorado this last week.
They're good.
Yeah, or
I
maybe
like sardines.
Actually, it was an anchovy. I think it was an anchovy. I'm
So
corrected.
anchovies are a lot stronger in flavor, intensity in flavor. Like that's what they use to make Caesar salad dressing.
Yeah.
Is anchovies.
What's funny? My buddy that I was visiting, I've known for 20 years. Like we've eaten many a meals together. And like the second night we were there, he got a meal together. And like for me and him specifically, like we were sitting by each other at the table, and he was like, "Hey, look what I got us!" And he put down a plate of like 5 anchovies, like whole ones. And I was just like, "I'm not fucking touching." And he was like, "I could have swore you like it." And he's like, "You've always liked it." I was like, "I don't think I've ever had one." Like
I can assure you, I've never eaten that.
but I ended up doing it for him, and it wasn't god awful, but it was just really salty. Like it was.
What we had was, I guarantee you, there was probably a quality difference in the ones that you had,
Yeah.
and the ones that we had
ones
from,
they put on
I
Pizza.
believe, Papa John's.
Papa
Yep.
John's.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Nope.
I left it on the back porch. The raccoons didn't even eat it.
Yeah.
That's how bad this is.
Done with that.
I'm being beckoned.
Yep.
Is it time to go?
It's 8:48.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
talked about it. We talked about a lot of
just
stuff.
we just talked straight through that. I'm a little surprised with nothing to.
I didn't know what we were going to talk about. So,
It worked.
thanks for joining us on another episode of that.
There's
GD
a camera
podcast.
over there.
There's
just
a
noticed.
camera.
I haven't
Yeah.
looked over. I occasionally go back. Oh shit! Nah, I forget it. I'm looking at the
No one's
people
looking
talking.
at us. They're just listening to our sultry voices.
Comment if you want to know where we got the sake. Yeah. Like and subscribe.
like and
Leave
subscribe.
a comment. It helps in the algorithm.
And maybe if we post some more than every 3 weeks. All right, cool. We'll catch you on the next one.
Later.
Yeah.